right, guys, what 5 things do we need to happen to have a big season? Coming up. What 5 things we need to happen? Outline some things, makes for a talk video again. But these are things we need to happen in October, okay? In October, to set the tone for the season, things have to fall into place early. We can't just hope to, that by December we start getting our stride, because by then the season's over again. I mean, I want to at least be in the playoff hunt all year. This is really the goal this year for me as a fan. If we're not, I want every game to be meaningful down the stretch. I want you guys to be excited. I want to be talking. I want to be more happy than ever when they win games, because we're thinking about the playoffs. We're not just thinking about improvement, we're thinking about the playoffs. And even if we miss, so what? Really, we're not supposed to make it this year. But let's have fun with it. It's going to be a hell of a lot more fun if we're getting our hopes up, Okay, so number 5. I got the kids push the vets for jobs. This is really going to be important, guys, especially in preseason. We need these kids that are coming here, and I call it training camp. When they come to this training camp, okay, these preseason games, they need to push the veterans, really push them, that, hey, your job's in jeopardy. I'm getting ready to make this team. Like, you want all the kids to have this effect on all the veterans. You don't want anybody feeling safe. You want everybody giving 100%. You don't want guys thinking just because they have lucrative deals now and things like this, and push them and push them hard, because that way it'll push us over the edge, and the Sabres will get moving in the right direction quick ahead of time before season opens. Number 4, getting back to that. Close out the preseason solid. I want to win in preseason, guys. I don't want to just play these games. I want to win. We want to go in there and we want to win some games. We don't just want to play them and check how our players are doing. We want to win. We want to go in there and win. When the Habs are winning Stanley Cups out here in the 70s, one thing I'll never forget they used to talk about. I remember this as a kid. In interviews, I'd hear Dick Irvin on the radio, and he'd be talking to one of the Habs, and one of the Habs, the mentality they had back then was the season opened in preseason, not in the regular season. They were ready to play in preseason to win games. They wanted to win as many games as possible in those games too, not just the regular season games. So we want to get that mentality. We want to get that hunger. We want to get that drive. We want to get that mean. We want to get that mean and that hungry. We just do. We just want to go into these games wanting to win them, not just play and see who's going to make the team and who's not and who's ready and who we might send down a little longer and things like that. Important. Got to get that going right away. Close it out strong. Have no mercy. Just close it out strong. Okay, number 3. Oh, and I just talked about this recently in a video, guys. Strong special teams. The Sabres got to get the special teams going early. We can't go into the season and start something like 1 for 18 on the power play or something. We've got to connect early. We got to get on a roller. We got to set the tone early. We do with special teams. The Sabres got to set the tone early. They got to get, you get the season going. You're going underway. You just won that game because you scored 2 power play goals. You won that game because you killed off a penalty against you late in the third. Things like that. You want to get the momentum by gaining momentum, and by gaining momentum is on the special teams. If the Sabres can do this, we should be okay. We should be okay. If we can be in the top 10 in both categories at the 20-game mark, we'll talk about it, because I'll be breaking things down at the quarter of the season. But if we can get our special teams going and going healthy, going good, looking good and everything, we're like excited about the power play and stuff like that, we'll be in good shape with the wins and losses. Number 2, which I didn't mention in the last video. See, I forget things. I should have wrote it down. Solid goaltending. This is why in the last video, when I mentioned the five guys that need to have career seasons, I didn't want to mention goaltending. Not yet. We all know we need goaltending. But I'm looking at forwards and defensemen in that last video. So solid goaltending we'll talk about right now. If Comrie can give us anything like the numbers that he had in Winnipeg, guys, we're going to be just fine. If he can give us anything that close. Now, what he's done in the past, I really don't care. It's what he does now, really. You know, I remember how good Hutton's numbers were when he came over and how good he kind of looked at first on Buffalo. And then everything just collapsed. And yeah, we can go that route about his eye vision thing and all that, but no matter what, it didn't work. That contract did not work out. It backfired. So I would say now, if we get anything remotely close to really good goaltending, it's going to help a lot, a lot. So we need that to happen too. You know, we need the kids to push. We need that good preseason. It's going to be important to establish that we're out to win games. Strong special teams, solid goaltending. And of course, we've talked about this a million times. We need a quick start. We have to turn all this into wins. If the Sabres can come out of the gate something like 6-1-1, 7-1-1. Yeah, I know we started quick last year. I think it was 5-1-2. If we could start quick again, I don't think we'll have that big collapse that like happened last year to us. I just don't think so. It won't be like that anyway. It won't be like where it wasn't a whole collapse. But guys, you remember, it was like a 25 games or 24 games where we just, I don't know, we were like 6-18-1 or something. I can't remember. It was bad. It wasn't good. So we'll see this year. If this year we could come out of the gate strong, I think we'll maintain. I don't think we'll be strong all year like that, but I think we'll maintain. I think we lose a few, we're going to win a few. Lose a few, win a few. We're going to go through spurts like that where we're playing 500 hockey. When it's not good hockey, it's 500 hockey. You know, we got to avoid long losing streaks next year. If we're going to have any shot, we can't lose more than like 4 in a row, 3 in a row at any stretch. If we can stop the losing streaks and stop the bleeding at 4-game losing streaks when we have these long losing streaks, maybe once or twice during the year, I'm thinking maybe two losing streaks like that. I'm hoping there's not many. Then there's a shot. There's a shot. And that's what I'm hoping for, guys. This is what I want to see happen. I want the Sabres to have a shot to get in. Just a shot, because if they would have had a shot last year, they would have got in the way they were playing, the 14-7 close. They would have got in with that. If they were close, they weren't. We're way too far out. It's too bad, because we would have got in. But this year, if we could just stick around, make it close, keep it decent, stick within a six-point radius, you know, who knows? We might just jump on this great start, guys. We just might. And if we do, we're going to be having a fun time. That I can tell you. The Sabres hockey will be back full force with the fans. The fans will believe in them again, and all will be well in Saberland. So that's my thoughts on this one. Yes, we do got to get, of course, other things in place before we do this stuff. But in order to get a quick start, you have to have things cooking first. You know, the preseason's important, so I'm going to be watching those games. I will be. All right, guys. See you in the next one.